Hi traders, it's Paul Clevitt from iwannabeaforextrader.com. Signal Trader 5.6 release day. Woo! Oh dear, it is very early in the morning, so that wasn't much of a woohoo. Anyway, going to start off by talking about different trade setups you can have with Signal Trader and how you use the software to do different trade setups from just congestion trades. I want to talk about gold trades. So the reason they're gold is this is MetaTrader's best effort at a gold line. Every now and then Signal Trader will show this gold line above the white lines. You can see these white reversal lines. That what they're basically saying is when this happens is the chances are we're going to reverse, okay, but they're not going to be big reversals, so you need to pay attention. If you've got, for instance here, if you'd seen this gold line, you would wait for the end of that, you wait for the end of that, it hang around, you would then put an entry somewhere here, probably waiting for this candle here. You see this where both the top and the bottom one is both the top and the bottom are at equal lengths, and it kind of breaks below here. Now the chances are Signal Trader would have put a congestion marker on this anyway, but that says we're going to move backwards, and we're going to move backwards fast, okay, and the longer that gold thing is, the more of a move there's going to get. If you get one that's just like 1 or 2 candles, the chances are it's not going to be a huge move. It maybe is going halfway to square up or something, okay. Then you could sell it and down you go. Keep your sell on all the way through this, all the way through this, all the way through this, bounces back up, okay, and then you take the sell off here, alright, because at the end of the white line. Now it doesn't always work, but then you wouldn't put a buy on here. There's no reason to put a buy on here, okay, because there's no signal to do so, okay. These white lines are just warnings of a small reversal. That's all they are. Not that exciting, okay, but they are, and you know, you can take trades on them, but they're much more risky. So basically, there's an email coming in. Should have got my email first. Right, so basically that's a gold trade. So basically you're looking, you get a notification from the system. It won't tell you there's a trade set up and give you all the stops and rewards and all that sort of thing, because we don't know where it's going. But you would aim for this target down here, the next white line down or the next white line up, so that should help you to make an evaluation. In this case it kind of bounced off a bit earlier, so a gold trade requires a bit more sort of addiction to the market, if you like. So when you've got a gold trade on, you're probably going to have to look at it or keep an eye on it, but if you can't, that's alright, whatever, because Signal Trader will still protect you. In this case it stopped back out here, so the short would have stopped out on its own there, and you'd have got this amount of profit. So if you entered it on this candle, oh, there's a little buy turned up there. Ooh, how lovely. Right, I'll stop looking at that. You entered it on this candle, you came down to this line, you'd have got 57 pips if you left it alone. If you stopped it here, you'd have got 92 pips, and I don't know if that was a good thing to get, but 92 pips is good to me, and that's the sort of trade I aim for. I want 92 100 pip trades, and Signal Trader helps me to get those. I had an 82 pip trade on Thursday, which I closed early because I was leaving where I was, and I got home, checked it, and actually reached the target at 113 pips, which was a bit annoying. It was good, but it was annoying, but I still had the warm fuzzy feeling of getting a good trade. If you're using these, you can't expect much, probably halfway. If you've got a great long thing like this, it's probably only going to go halfway back. Why? Because they're squaring up. This is the squaring up part where they have to square all this big move up. Okay, they did it quite quickly here. Sometimes it can take ages. I'm not interested in this trade anyway, but I am and I'm not, because look, they're weak daily. Also got to pay attention to the time. You can see we've been ranging around now and haven't really got anywhere for quite a while, but the daily and the weekly is now bullish, okay. So if I trade against the daily and the weekly, I'm a little bit more cautious than if I'm trading with the trend. So let's have a look at another one. Euro yen. I want to have a look at that. Euro yen, euro yen, euro yen, euro chief, euro yen. Here we go. Activate. Okay, so here's a euro yen trade. Now there's the gold. Look at this. You see it? There's the gold. What happens after a gold? Even though the gold was actually, look, it was actually going against the white. Okay, this is not that important compared to a gold. If you get a gold, the white is going poof, poof, poof. It's like a pinball machine. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, what are you waiting for You're waiting for a sell. Now then you see all this white there, so you think, oh, well, show. There's the candle. See the one with the... So you enter there, and it bounces off the bottom. But be wary there. Look at the target. The target's really close, so might not be worth taking. There's the candle. Yeah? So there's your gold warning, and there's the candle there. Poof. Okay, now actually, you could put an entry order underneath this congestion here. Yeah? And it may be Signal Trader will be showing the congestion anyway, but it'll probably be showing it bullish because of the white lines. So we would be... this is unusual to get this. Normally what you get is you get the white on top and the gold on top. But at this point, there was something odd going on in the market. Okay? That was causing this, where actually the pair was very strong. But in itself, just against the other currency, so the yen was actually quite strong as well. So there's an odd kind of setup going on there, but it's still a valid setup. We still get this candle with the two equalised ends. Okay, now the downside to this is it was very short and I wouldn't have taken it. Okay, like now, I wouldn't take a trade now because we're hanging around the top. There's no signals. It's kind of been floating along like that. Okay, so I wouldn't be taking this trade. That's a no. Alright, just because something looks like a trade, it may not be a trade. GBP, JPY. I would love to show you a trade I'm going to take, but at the moment I haven't got any. Let's have a look at this one. So again, you can see where it's come right up and it's now resting, bouncing off the top here. So what's the likely thing it's going to do? It's probably going to retrace halfway. It hasn't squared this up, this drop here, so it's probably going to retrace halfway and then go up because of this. Okay, so I'm not going to put a trade on that, just paging through. Here's a lovely congestion trade we looked at just now. There's not a lot of power in it, I have to say, but the daily and the weekly trends are bullish, so the chances are they're going to try and take it back up again with the euro. Just depends what happens in various countries around the world. And you know, sometimes the news affects this quite a lot. Chief yen, again, look, you can see they're thinking about bringing it down here. But the trends are is bullish on a daily, weekly, and hourly and 4-hourly basis. So this is just, it is where it should be, and it needs to have a little drop, like kind of this idea. And you might say, well, where's the gold? Where's the gold? Well, it probably hasn't had enough power in it to do that sort of, to do it. There's the candle with the two sort of ends. So it's not a great trade, and I don't think it's actually much distance either. So there wasn't enough power in it. This is all about power. And you want to take trades with lots of power. Let's see if there's any gold at the bottom of this one. It doesn't get it all the time, but when it does, it's generally right. Flip through this. Okay, you can see here. If you get a long white line, look at this. That also can indicate we're going to move the opposite direction. And look at there it goes bouncing up. So you see this and you go, oh, look at it going, look at it going, look at it going. What am I looking for? On the reversal, I'm looking for the candle with the two ends. I think it's that one there, this little chap here. Okay, but you could put an entry order above the bounce, but it's quite deceptive. This, look at the way it's going up and down. All right, but it's saying I've got power for a bounce, and it goes up all the way to the target. In fact, right through the target. Whoa. Okay, now at the same, so look for gold trade reversal. So we're looking for a reversal. Because actually, look, it's weekly bearish, so actually we could see a reversal down to get back into the major trend. Here's an example of a gold trade that is not that exciting. Now, if you've got a pair where, like this pair, hardly moves, like Euro Swissy, just bounces up and down between very small, it's just ranging, and that distance, it turned out, I bet it's big, 25 pips. Who's going to take a trade on that? There's no point. You can see it's actually marking out, look, oh, we're going to move 25 pips, oh, we're going to move 25 pips. It's just not worth waiting. It would take you a week to get anywhere. Okay, so looking through this again. I know these gold trades are rare. They're rare certainly this time of the day. They're more or less rare during the day. Okay, certainly at news, we don't trade news. Okay, we trade after the news. You look for the gold trades after the news. That's when they turn up. I'm a little bit surprised there's not a gold trade there, but again, you can see the story. Great long there. There's a halfway back. Okay, why is there a halfway back? Because they didn't take it all the way. So if you get, don't be surprised if you get halfway up, a big drop. Okay, but this rally, it rallied back up. They tried to take it up there. I suspect they're going to try and take it up again because the daily and weekly trend is bullish. Okay, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for a gold trade, really. I like gold trades, and I like congestion trading. Okay, this is, again, it looks like a ranging pair. Look at the way it's come up through here, bounced back down again. They've brought it down again, and now they're talking about taking it up. And that's what all these white lines mean. Okay, that means we're thinking about a buy. We're thinking about going long. See here, they brought it down. There wasn't much of a signal for that. It just came down. Okay. Again, look at this. Look at the way it's bounced through the resistance. Still bearish. Still bearish. There's the signal for the sell. But what happened? And look, where's the candle? There's the candle. You see the one with two ends there? Okay, two equalised ends. So that's the signal for the sell. However, I wouldn't take it, because although actually it could be quite a good sell right now, because look at all the trends are bearish, so that means it's come all the way down here, but it has broken through here, so maybe it's exhausted. And look at the way that it's kind of lost momentum to get down there, so I'd be careful there. It might go all the way to the next target. Okay, I don't know that, you don't know that. The thing is about the Forex is no one really knows what's going to happen. We can only look at what's happened in the past, alright? All these people who draw lines and draw lines and draw lines and say this is what's going to happen in the future, alright, just because they look at a chart and draw, you know, Elliott waves and all that sort of thing. I'm not sure about Elliott waves. I don't think they really work, because you get 10 people who are Elliott waves scientists or whatever they call them, and give them all the same chart, and they tend to get it wrong. You know, they don't agree on where the Elliott waves are, or where they start and where they end, and it's just silly. Sorry about that. It's my personal opinion, although I do know a person who's very into Elliott waves and swears by them. This is quite interesting. We've got a 31 pip, 100 pip potential trade with a 31 pip risk. However, it's just broken congestion. Okay, so that's still there, but it's just broken congestion. See a little candle up the top there? I suspect we're coming into some news. Okay, so it still shows the congestion. It will wipe that out very shortly. So we're holding on that one. There's a little order here, short. So talking about congestion orders, require 2.5 or above risk to reward for a congestion order. Again, you can see thinking about bringing it up. So it's saying if you put an entry order here with this target, okay, at the moment it's a hold because there's not enough risk reward in it. Look at this one. Okay, so again, this has just broken out GBP CAD. It's just broken bullish, right, which makes sense. So if you were to get a retrace, it would be news based on that. But there's not a lot of strength in the buy. There's not a lot of strength there. So even though it's broken congestion bullish, broken through this, it's very tiny. Look at the size of that break. It's tiny. It's not really going anywhere. I shouldn't think. I should think it will just adjust the congestion to fit with that new candle as it goes. Okay, here, how about this one? Big long drop. Whee. And you might say, oh, but Signal Trader didn't do a gold. Yeah, but that's because it requires special conditions to be able to do that. Again, this is right for a rise. This is right for it to go up. Look, daily and weekly is bullish. Okay, so it's at the bottom end of, if you were to draw trend lines, you probably find this is the bottom end of the trend. Let's go and have a look. Look at it. Yes, here we are. Look, there's the bottom. There's the bottom. In fact, we're halfway up the trend, really. But still a valid place to go from. Look at it, it's done it here. So is that an inverse head and shoulders for me? If it is an inverse head and shoulders, it's got to get back up to here. So there's a major one there. That's a big head and shoulders. Look at that. Where it's broken up from that. Chances are that's going to go up today. Okay? Just in my opinion. Which might be wrong. Normally is. Okay, so just flipping through charts. So I hope you can see how that works. When we get a gold trade, you get a notification. Here it is. Oh, in fact, this is ideal chart. This is an ideal chart to show it all off. Okay, so here's a gold trade. So we got the gold trade. I'd have got a notification on my phone. I'd have gone and looked at it and gone, oh look, there's a gold trade, because it would give me a gold trade here at the beginning. And I just wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for this to come out and I wait for this to come out, and it drops down. It breaks below there, and I get this candle with two equalised ends. Almost. They're not really equal. That's why it's very difficult to actually draw. Put it on. I might actually. I don't know. and then you put a trade, that's just lost its congestion, okay, which means that it's probably going up as predicted here, 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 here. They're going to try and take it up again. They keep bouncing it off the bottom to take it up. That's because it's been going against the trend, okay, and they need to rally it up. No signals yet on that. Again, you can look for this candle after a gold trade. Down it comes. So the congestion's gone off that, but I've noted that there was congestion on it, but I'm not very happy with it. There's nothing there that tells me I want to take it. Unless it gets above here. But even then it's a bit dodgy. There's not much power in the market. What's the volume? A bit low. Okay. Yeah. Yes, so there you go. And again, look, there was no warning to this. Why is that? Because it was news. That was news driven. Alright, that's the recovery. So that's what we're after, is the recovery. Okay. Good. Okay, well, I hope that helps. I want to be a forextrader.com, dailyforextrader.me. Just a little note for upgraders. When you're upgrading, file, open data folder, go in your data folder, MQL4. You need to replace the Silver Trader EX4 in this folder here, and also go into this one, go into tester, go into logs, okay, and delete the logs. Okay, you might, because it's for some reason in the older versions it wrote a load of logs, which it didn't need to do. I don't know what it did, but it did. So that's all fixed now. Okay, so that's it. Have a great trading day. I want to be forextrader.com, and dailyforextrader.me is the blog. I want to be forextrader.com if you're interested in the Signal Trader trading system.